Hi, hello everybody. Welcome to Shared Universe Bellworks. My name is Ming Chen, and I'm here with Ann Pennington, United States of America Misses.
Yes.
Did I get that all
You
right?
got it right.
Okay.
Or we could do USOA, Mrs. 2021.
I know, but that's an acronym.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, then you gotta spell it out.
You do,
You know,
yes.
yeah. That's good, and it all fits on your sash.
Yes, because you can see lots of letters.
Amazing. Welcome to the
Thank
studio.
you.
It's great like we don't have royalty here.
Oh, but you're royal.
In my own head, yes. Yeah, but I like official titles. I'm still trying to earn them. You have earned it though.
I have earned it.
Yes. Yes. So the pageant world, is this like a lifelong thing? Is it a recent thing? Is it something, how did this come out? Did you wake up one day? It's like, I think I would like to wear a crown and a sash. I would like to compete. I think I got this. I think I could win this.
You know, I actually used to sit glued to the TV when I was young.
Okay.
And I'd watch Miss America, Miss USA, and Miss Universe. And I just thought Miss Universe was amazing.
Yeah.
And my mother took me to the mall one afternoon, and inside a jewelry store
Okay.
was a Miss Universe Puerto Rico, and she was signing autographs. And my mom had no piece of paper, so my mom pulls out her checkbook, gets in line, and she signs "A Million Kisses, XOXO, You'll Be a Queen." And I was like, oh my gosh, so I have this framed. And believe it or not, I never thought that I was one of these people. I thought you'd be perfect. And lo and behold, I met a woman who just said, you could be a queen. And I said, well, excuse me, what is that exactly?
Yeah.
And she was persistent, and who knew? I won a pageant, and that was it.
How old were you?
So my first pageant was in my early 20s, and I didn't do pageantry for almost 2 decades, and returned back just recently, 5 years ago, to pageantry.
Wait, you're in your, are you not
So
in
we're
your
not
20s?
gonna go-
No, I'm not, I
we
would
can't do
never
math,
ask, I would,
Ming.
yeah, I would never ask your age, but,
I did when I was in my 20s, I won my first title.
okay.
So yeah, it was just phenomenal. But then I was like, great, I won one. I was good. It was the most amazing thing. And I ended up mentoring young women in
Yeah.
pageantry. And that's how they said, Miss Ann, why don't you go back out and do that? And I thought, no, it's just for you girls. And you know what? One walk on that stage and that sparkle just got me hooked.
Well, I mean, once you're a master, you're always a master, so.
Yeah, well, I've been told quite a few no's before I actually got my yes.
Well, yeah, this is 2021. We don't listen to no's
Yeah, you're
anymore.
right. I was like,
there are no more barriers
yeah.
anymore. There are no more, and you've proven that.
yeah, the comeback, is stronger than the setback.
Yeah, I mean, was it purely that motivation that brought you back, or
100%.
okay,
I was raised by someone who was military,
Okay.
and we don't take no's. So
Yeah.
I'm just keep coming back, and just doing the best I could. And it's really just, it's not about being told no, because you grow, right? Every
Sure.
experience you do, Ming, like probably every day, there's something new that comes into your life, and you realize you learn. And I always say to the girls I've mentored, if you're in it to win it,
Yeah.
you shouldn't do it.
so why should they be in it for?
It's an experience. It's
Okay,
young girls, I say it's great to put yourself out there and learn to speak,
Right.
learn to have a conversation, learn to interview. These are skills that you can't get anywhere. It's really a mentoring progress. I mean, the girls that I mentor in the America system, it's a scholarship pageant.
Right.
The last pageant I was at, the girl who was Miss New York, she won $100,000 scholarship. And now she's getting her PhD. And she's
Wow.
a chemist in Rochester.
yeah. So,
so
she
yeah.
should be a doctor and a contestant,
Yeah.
and and she won, so she's got a
She
title.
won. And so now her pageantry still in her future. It never ends.
All right, just had to boost you up a little
sorry,
bit.
sorry.
No, not at all. Just had to make sure, that everybody heard you clearly, and yeah, you sound great. So, what's it been like during the pandemic? You won the title? Did you compete? Is there a bigger competition? Was there one in Vegas
We actually competed in Texas.
Texas?
During COVID, our executive director, Tana Smith, is phenomenal.
Okay.
We were due to compete over President's Weekend in Las Vegas, but due to restrictions of the governor, it wasn't going to happen. And she wanted to make sure that we're safe and we're able to hold a pageant. So she pivoted in a couple weeks. She had a stage built, she had a location, and she had safety protocols in place.
Okay.
It was one of the most beautiful pageants I've actually ever competed in, with putting that together. So when people think about putting on a production, how much work it is.
Oh, yeah.
It's like having a wedding for 150 girls. And because
So
everyone
that's a lot of potential bridezillas and
100%. You have everything. So you have emotions, but you also want to value each contestant.
Sure.
Because everyone's having an experience, whether you won your title or won at large, or whatever it is, how you got there, you deserve your experience.
Yeah.
And she did it. We had those beautiful black lacquered stage, a huge mega screen behind you with your state on it and your name. I mean, it was by far the most beautiful pageant. And
What city was this in?
so this happened in San Antonio, Texas.
Okay,
during the blizzard.
That's
And
right. I remember it did snow there.
it did. It hadn't snowed since 1985.
Okay.
So it shut the city down. But it was on Valentine's Day. It was the best Valentine's Day gift I could have ever experienced.
Yeah. Was it like a week-long
We were
experience?
there for it's about 4 or 5 days.
Okay.
You take when you travel and arrive, and your departure date. But a lot of girls, it's just fun. You come together and you'll have the same values. You want to do well. You want to get back to your community.
Right.
And married women are extremely motivated. You know, they're in their careers. Some of them are doctors or lawyers. Or there's so many different backgrounds. It's really phenomenal to meet and greet with everyone.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, I saw the event. It's not just the event. It's a week-long or 4 to 5 day thing. You go out, you promote. I know there's a lot of charity work. You have and then a lot of photos. It looked
yes.
like a lot of photos, a lot of group shots.
Yeah, we had a wonderful time. We had a lot of sponsors. And that's one of the things about this pageantry, or this system in particular, is the sponsorships are phenomenal. So we got gift baskets, or bags actually, filled with thousands and thousands of dollars of products.
All right, that doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I was like, this is like Christmas. So
Right.
winning was just the icing on top of the cake. And then the prizes that just show up in my mail every day, I was just phenomenal. Like, it's just beyond like Christmas. It's like the lottery.
Yeah, well, I think you've earned it. So
Yeah, but
you know,
I never expect,
Right.
I'm so excited with my crown and my sash and the work that I'm doing. So it's just, a little bit fun every day. I open my mailbox and there's something great in there.
yeah, it's like thank you. And then then you go on Instagram and you
Yep,
you tag the company.
Totally. And we're so thankful for them.
Yeah, that's amazing. Where are you from?
So originally I'm from Las Vegas.
Okay.
And born and raised a fourth generation Nevadan. And then I moved to Hong Kong where I studied fashion. And then I gave birth to my little man. I came back to the East Coast.
Yeah.
Had my little boy in New York. And I've been in New York and New Jersey for over a decade. So
Wow, so you're representing the East Coast.
I represent the East Coast. I literally share with my businesses and my home and my family. We work New Jersey, New York. From there, like back and forth every day.
Yeah. But Vegas, Hong Kong, then Jersey. I imagine that very diverse experience helped you out in the pageant world and just being. I love people who love to travel. They experience different cultures, just different people.
100%.
And I think that makes you a better person.
I feel like, you go to school and you get educated. You
Right.
learn from a book, you have a teacher. But really, I always tell people, if you have opportunity to travel,
Yeah.
that is the best school. And it broadens you so much.
Yeah, life.
It's education. It's learning. I moved away as a young adult, and I came back as a grown woman because I had so many experiences with different kind of people from all over the world. It opened up the gateway to just knowing and finding out who you are.
That's amazing. And then, so I was shocked you have a child.
I do have a
Is
9-year-old, yes. He's
9-year-old
so
son,
sweet.
you
Yeah,
said?
Yeah.
And that's I know that stuff. I have two myself, but my wife takes care of everything. I'm going to be completely honest. I'll sign off on things.
Right. You get the authority stamp.
Yeah, I'll be there at the events. I try to be a presence, but she takes care of everything, and I know that's the toughest job out there.
It's the most rewarding job. So he has been such a part of my pageantry life, and as I don't know if you can go through Instagram, he comes to pretty much every appearance I do. And I found that pageantry was a great way for us to connect because I showed how important giving back to your community is. And just recently, he was at the firehouse feeding the firemen during the pandemic because he said, Mom, they haven't been home. They don't get to go home. They're putting themselves in a space where they could get COVID.
Yeah.
I was really worried about everybody. And I said, this is why I do what I do. Yeah.
That's amazing. So, that's an experience that not every kid gets.
No, I think
that's cool that he's into it too.
He this last pageant, he actually gave me advice before I left for the pageant. He said, well, let's look at your costume. What are you wearing for your costume?
Right.
Because we do patriotic wear.
Yeah.
And he's like, you got to do this. You got to change the stars a little bit. And then he told me, maybe you don't want to do a spray tan this time. And he was hilarious. So when I won, he said, you finally listened to my advice.
Yeah, and it worked.
So I said, yes, finally.
And it worked.
It was really sweet.
That's amazing. This is a dumb question. How did it feel to win? Were you pretty confident going in?
So Ming, I'll tell you, this is the first pageant that I completely had fun. I just said, I am who I am.
Okay.
I've grown in so many different ways, and this is it. So I had so much fun, giggling, laughing. I was with a lot of my friends.
Yeah, that might be the key, huh?
I think if you just sometimes, let go of all those, should I do this? Should I do that?
Right.
And just have a great time and put yourself out there and just really enjoy that moment. I try to tell each person that, but then you put yourself out there with, all these judges and all these people watching you. It's hard, right?
Yeah.
And I had a great time.
I've never really put myself like that out there. And to do it, I guess later on in life is it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I think it's something that I find so much joy in. And I say, if it brings you joy, do it. And when my name got called, I think I took a minute to just have to look around, like, is this real?
Yeah.
Because I haven't gotten that far.
Right.
You know, I've done really well in pageantry, but I've never made it that far. And so I don't know, I could just cry right now because I was so excited. It just felt so good.
That's amazing. Where's the New Jersey one?
The New Jersey pageant is actually going to be held with the Pennsylvania pageant.
Okay.
So sometimes they do pageantry together.
Right.
The directors have it. So they're going to be holding it in Pennsylvania in, I think, October.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so women who are interested in New Jersey, we need contestants.
Yeah. I imagine these days you go online, submit an application.
Yes, you can submit. You can follow my Instagram, our Facebook, our national Instagram accounts.
Yeah. What is your Instagram? I want to follow.
Yes, well, so it's my title.
Okay.
You can definitely come and look me up as United States of America's Mrs.
Okay.
2021. And my name's Ann Pennington, again, if you don't remember. And also I have a personal account I do styling work, and it's Style Eyes. You can find me as well.
I was gonna ask. So what is do you have a day job? And
I do have a real job. Yeah.
Not a real job, but just I know.
No, I still sparkle all day, but I do it in fashion. So I've been blessed enough to work in New York City and own my own company. I style for a lot of Broadway shows.
Cool. What's this company called? It's
Eye for Style.
Eye for Style.
Eye for Style, and I've been doing this for over a decade. Dressing women from all backgrounds, from different walks of life, from a bat mitzvah to a graduation to anybody and anything. Like right now, anybody wants to get ready for their next podcast with me, I'll dress you. So we do pageantry, but my most proud moment is I worked with Hamilton and dressed.
Oh wow, that's
yeah.
That's a pretty awesome thing to have on your resume. Plus, it's great marketing for the business.
So
I think everyone knows. Even if everyone's heard a song from Hamilton. Everyone is aware of Hamilton. So
I'll tell you.
How did that happen?
Funny enough, I got a call and somebody said there's a lady who's going to a gala of some sort with the vice president. And I said, okay, great. What does she need? Whatever. Yeah. They said, well, could you meet at this address? So I went to the address, and lo and behold, it was the Hamilton Theater. And that was it. And there you go. They walked me up to the dressing rooms, and before you know it, I love my clients.
Yeah. So awesome things happen to awesome people.
I believe, you just keep working hard. It took a lot of, a lot of work, a lot of garment bags carrying throughout the city. And before you know it, you start meeting some incredible people who I actually call my best friends these days from just working in my industry.
That's fantastic. And I'm really hoping Broadway comes back. I know it's been in a very long hiatus, and there's a lot of uncertainty right now, but
there is. And there's actually a lot of groups on Instagram that you can follow and keep up to date what they're doing and the protocols are going to be taking, and fingers crossed everything can come, because arts are so important.
Right. So you've seen Hamilton.
I don't think I appreciate it as much as I do now, because I used to have to sit backstage and you would hear them perform and see them running around, and you tune it out because it's just work, right? Yeah. And not give anything to be there. And
right. Yeah. Have you able to actually sit and enjoy it?
Exactly. I would. Yes, definitely.
Okay.
I've sat and I was blown away. All the ruckus about it, and I thought, really? Yeah. And then I went and saw it and almost fell over.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I've seen how it's affected people.
Yeah, being in person, there's something just. It'll blow you away. Like, it's so phenomenal. So when it comes back, we're going me. Okay.
Okay. Tickets are tough to get.
Well, we can get you a ticket. We can dress you.
Oh, hey, okay, yeah, absolutely.
We're special guests.
Yeah. What's the pageant world like in 2020, 2021? I know, back in the old days, it was kind of, you're beautiful, great, swimwear, evening wear, talent interview. But now I think it's a lot more progressive now, I imagine.
Definitely. I'm glad that you asked that question because a lot of people have a stigma around it. They hear, oh, this pageant girl's coming and she's a crown. Well, that's it. That's all they see.
Right.
And, I'm a mom. I have an education.
Yes.
And I've traveled the world.
You have a business.
I have a business.
Very successful business.
I started a business when I was in my 20s. Like I've, been an entrepreneur my whole life, but not only that, it gives these women such an opportunity to shine. And I really want people to understand that their criteria is not just to be beautiful, because what's beauty?
Sure.
I mean,
well, back in the day it was, whatever you saw in a photo, but now it's everything. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness that they've opened the world up to, you don't have to be this size. You don't have to be this color. You don't have to be this, like, blah, blah, blah. Your haircut, I love that. And that's one thing about this pageant I actually enjoyed the most was it is to inspire and uplift women.
Yeah.
And they've had all different kinds of queens of all different backgrounds, all different hair, all different everything. And that's what's so important, because beauty is really just skin deep.
Sure. Oh, yeah. There's soul and heart, confidence. I mean, and those are just, three things off a very long list.
Fair. And so I'm so impressed because I find that these women, I competed one time ago, many years ago, with a woman, and I came to find out she was a burn doctor for children with burn victims at the Mayo Clinic for pediatrician. And I almost fell over because we're sitting there having this conversation. I said, oh, when you go home, what do you have to do? She's like, oh, I have to get back to work. And she's telling me what she does. I'm like, this woman is saving burned babies.
Right.
They're flying to the Mayo Clinic.
Yeah, she's a hero.
She's a hero.
And
a beauty queen.
And a beauty queen.
And so the next time I would say, take a minute and get to know anybody because you don't know.
Right.
You don't know. And so it's so important to really understand where people come from and what they're doing because these platforms, some of these women are changing the world.
Right.
So I'm so proud of you among them.
That speaking of which, I know you usually support a platform.
Yeah.
Homelessness, feeding the hungry. Do you have a specific one that you support?
So I'm so blessed and honored actually to be part with Covenant House. I'm a leadership board member with the Young Professionals Board for Covenant House, New Jersey, and it's very near and dear to my heart because many, many moons ago, my mother immigrated to this country, and she found herself living in an abandoned home with my sister and brother, who were just an infant and toddler at the time. Sometimes things happen.
Sure.
People judge, well, was she an alcoholic? Was she using drugs? I'm like, sometimes you're just in a hardship.
Yeah.
And when you don't speak the language and you're from a different place and have no back or nobody.
Right. It's tough to get ahead. It's tough to do anything without that. Yeah.
And if it wasn't for the programs like Covenant House, who help educate and just inspire these people we don't want you to become an adult in homelessness because you won't most likely be able to move forward.
Yeah.
So right now, what Covenant House is, we target, the children who come in
right.
at any given time can come in, trafficked, runaways. The doors are open, and there's education, there's immediate resources. And what's so special is 86% success rate of these kids actually becoming successful adults.
Right.
And that's so important to us because as a family and supporting foster care is what we do as well as a family. My niece just adopted two beautiful little boys out of foster care, ending these children to continue on, who then they age out of foster care and they find themselves homeless.
Right.
So the work that we're doing, Covenant House, is all over. They have 4 or 5 locations of themselves in New Jersey, but also in Canada, Mexico, all over North America. So we really inspire people just to, get involved. And I'll tell you how you can get involved is we do a sleep out, and I sleep out on the street, and I've slept out.
Yeah, I've heard of this. So
they're phenomenal. You can do it with your family. Your podcast can do it. The companies you work for.
Just to open your eyes to, and this is just one night. But
exactly, that's what I said. So we give up a bed for one night, so a child can have a bed. That's by fundraising and awareness.
Right.
But this is ongoing for them, and so by doing this and creating a wave, it really promotes, and our biggest fundraiser keeps the lights on and provides for the resources for the shelter. So it's very important to me. And then another platform I work for, I just lost my father to pancreatic cancer just recently, literally a month after I won this title. So I dedicate this reign to funding and urging Congress to please, please, please give us more funding for pancreatic cancer. It's the deadliest cancer out there.
I've several friends who've lost family members to and to you too. But I know it's aggressive and it hits pretty hard. So
really hard,
the sooner they find something the pancreatic in particular is particularly aggressive. I've seen
it's a death sentence, and I urge people. There's not enough funding for it. So the way that we can do it is just go online, and your state representatives, you can sign a form. It's already filled out. You submit it. They're just urging. We need more money to do it. And I'm also having a walk in New York City this Saturday in honor of my father for Stride. So you can also sign up and do a walk for pancreatic cancer.
Oh, is there a website for that?
There is a website. Okay. Yeah, it's pancan. I don't know if it's .com or .org. But
okay.
It's PanCan, and you can look it up. Pancreatic cancer. It'll come up. It's your first one, and you wear purple. You walk for a family member or people who are still, fighting this battle. It's really important.
Yeah, should be nice out this weekend.
Yeah.
Walk for a good cause.
Well, definitely for my dad. Yeah.
That's amazing. What are you working on now? What's coming up next?
Goodness.
Are you? I know it's what brings you to Bellworks today?
So you Ming.
Oh, thank you.
It's all about Ming
thank
today.
You.
It's wonderful to share a story, but you have so many people who listen, and you're so amazing in your community. So thank you for having us.
I just try to help people spread the word and talk about their passions, which you're very passionate about what you do and pageantry, obviously. But I wanted to hear about the other things that you're working on as well.
No, it's really important to be here and to support Bellworks because during the pandemic they were shut down too, and things look more lively, which is really nice.
Yeah. They had their space open safely, and actually, saw a lot of kids here just doing school here, just having
nice.
somewhere to go and do school and kind of safely meet their friends. So,
Which has been important.
yeah,
Yes.
I love this place.
It's wonderful. So if people haven't visited, please come to Bellworks. Give a Ming a like and a heart.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So is there an upcoming competition?
So we
and then I know you probably have tons of events coming up.
a lot of traveling because, thank goodness, vaccinated and able to go and
Yes.
see some things. Supporting Covenant House, visiting their locations throughout America.
Okay, where's the closest one to here?
So
Do you know?
right now we have our main shelter is in Newark.
Okay.
We do have some housing facilities that are in Ashbury, but if
Okay.
you wanted to in person volunteer, it would be in Newark.
Newark, okay.
Yeah. So we love when that happens. Hopefully this summer.
Yeah.
In safe volunteering, that would be really lovely.
I see a light at the end of the
I do
tunnel.
too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we'll be back. I think it's starting. I see. Like the stars are coming out, and then the
yeah.
daylight's going to break.
You
so
feel it too. Like when you go, like I was in New York yesterday working, and there's more people, and there was still like school children
Right.
out having a field trip in the park, and I'm like, okay, this feels somewhat like a little taste of what life used to be, or what the new life is like.
yeah, well, I knew because I couldn't find a parking spot the other day in the city. So where before.
Well, you know what, Ming, I'll tell you that is people gave up their parking spaces in the garages because it was too expensive during COVID.
Right.
So,
Good point.
Yeah, we were driving around too. We didn't want to pay the high fees anymore.
Yeah. No, I totally understand. So, well, great luck with everything.
Thank you.
Plus, and the business, and your incredible reign.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming down here.
I appreciate it.
And thank you. We took some photos here, so that's awesome. Definitely need a lot of beauty, heart, and soul in here.
You don't have you're
Always.
beautiful, Ming.
Thank you. So are you. But we could use all that we can get.
Thank
So,
you. It's
that's
been a pleasure.
yeah, for sure. So the Instagram. So United States
Of
of America
America's Mrs.
of America's Mrs.
Yes.
Okay, and then look Ann Pennington.
Yeah, you can find Ann Pennington, and you can also, come find Stylize, and I also have my official Instagrams on my other pages. You
Okay.
can just click, come on over, follow, like, support.
Okay, yeah, I want to see what you've done, what you're doing, and then what you will be doing.
Definitely. So
So,
I would love for you to follow my year and be part of it. So anybody who wants to do anything together, we're, spreading the word and making, today and tomorrow a little bit better than it used to be. So
Yeah.
that's really what we're trying to promote. is
Fantastic.
Women, strong women.
yes, strong women, strong people, and
Yes.
just coming back. So, congratulations
Thank
on
you
everything,
very
though.
much.
So
I appreciate it.
it's awesome. It's just cool to have like awesome energy in here.
Thank
So
you. I feel the same way.
thank you, Ann Pennington, everybody. Did I miss anything? Is there anything else?
I don't think so. I mean, you're a phenomenal interviewer, so
I know you've got a bunch of stories to tell, so hopefully we'll be seeing each. I have a feeling this isn't the last time we see
I
each
hope so.
other.
We'll be together again.
yeah, anytime you have anything you want to promote, the studio is always open to
Oh,
you
thank
for
you.
sure.
I appreciate that
Yeah,
very much.
absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah,
so great luck to you,
Thank
and
you.
thank you to everybody watching for sure.
thank you.
Yeah, somebody said Ming for Mr. United States.
See, you know what?
I don't know if
like
that's a
this
title, but
So
you
I was
know,
actually having a thought when I was sitting here because I'm a stylist. I'm like, I might need to make you a sash.
a sash.
A sash.
I would look good in a sash.
I think you would. Yeah.
I think.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, that's
Our next
amazing.
project.
Thank you so much, Ann.
Thank you again. Have a great day.
Thanks, everybody.